What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna be showing y'all how I got these real cute Chinese, Japanese nail art nails for the Chinese New Year, and we're gonna get right into the video. I always start my videos off with my tips already prepped and everything, and if y'all would like to know how I prep my nails, the natural nails and the tips, there is a link in the description box to a video I made on how I do that. As far as me starting, I'm just going through with Perfect Nude from Valentino, and I'm using a size 10 brush, and I'm just, of course, doing my regular application. If you watch my other videos, you know that I usually apply a clear on the natural nails before I start working if I'm doing a design, but I'm not doing the design, and I'm actually using Perfect Nude, which is a cover powder, so that is strong enough to be on its own, so I don't need to put clear underneath or on top. As far as my application, I do like to start off with small beads, especially because I use a smaller brush size, just so I can maneuver and handle the beads much easier. And I start from the tip of the nail, and I always work my way up. And as soon as I get to the cuticle area, you see that I'm doing here, I always like to place the bead a little bit lower, not right at the cuticle, because you don't want a big blob. You want it to come slightly off of the cuticle area, making it look a little bit more natural. And once it is at the cuticle, once you place that bead there, you slowly want to push it up into the cuticle area, if that makes sense. And for my other beads, like right here, once I place it down, I do like to push it kind of upward a little bit. If you see, watch me do it right here. Right there, I push it upwards. So I like to do that because if I just keep it kind of like a blob right there, that can cause it to be a little bit too thick once I place my next bead on top of it. So it'll be like a big bump, if that makes sense. I'm not sure, but again, here's me doing the cuticle area, and I just go through on all of the other fingers and do the same thing. I do like to use whatever color I'm going to be using as my base for my designs, because it's much easier than using polish. For example, like the design I'm about to do with these Chinese letter, the background color is this nude. It just makes it much easier because I use regular polish. So if I were to do the regular polish with nude and then did the design on top, if I mess up, it'll be kind of hard to use like acetone or something, because I'll mess up the background color as well, whereas acetone won't mess up the acrylic, so it's just easier for me. Of course, once I'm done my application, I go through and shape, and I love shaping with my hand file. And I just stay, as you can see right here, I'm staying right up against that sidewall. I'm doing tapered square here, and I'm just staying as straight as possible. I also like to go straight up and down on the tip like you see me doing here instead of going side to side, because I feel like that gives a much more straighter line at the bottom, and going side to side is kind of hard to tell, so you're gonna like kind of mess it up and make it crooked. Then I go over top of the nail like I'm doing here with my hand file, and this is just to clean up any bumps or anything that might be in there that I can get with my hand file. And I also don't like to really work around the cuticle area. I'll get close to it, but I won't do the actual cuticle area with the hand file, because sometimes I feel like I'm a little rough, so I try to stay away from there so I don't break any skin. And I'll definitely like to deal with the cuticle area and some more of the bumps with the e-file, which you'll see me do. As far as shaping, I'll just do the same thing on all the fingers, which you'll see. Like I mentioned before, here I'm just going through my e-file, and I'm going around the cuticle area just to take down some of the acrylic right there, make it a little bit thinner around the cuticle area, because like I also did mention, you do want it to be as if it's coming out of the cuticle, you know? So I just go around the cuticle area and then I slightly go through the whole nail and make sure there's no bumps or anything that I need to take down. And then sometimes I'll go across the tip if I feel like I need to. Then of course I use my buffer and I buff with the hard side and then the soft side just to give it a smoother surface. And once I'm done with the buffer, I'll have my client wash her hands and then we'll get ready for the nail art. To go around the edges, some nail techs like to do this with acrylic, but I feel like that's just too much time, too much hard work, and when you can get the same look with polish. So I go ahead and do it with polish, and I'm just using the brush real quick right here. So, and then here I also do the same thing on the other fingers that has this design, and I did it on the other hand, but I didn't show that part. I did make it a little bit too thick right here, so you'll see me take my brush, dip it in some acetone, and just clean that up a little bit, which is fine. You know, this is also what I mentioned earlier when I like to do the base color as acrylic so that I can use the acetone to clean it up, which makes it so much easier to deal with. Here I'm starting to work on my dragon, and you always want to make sure to clean your brush. You'll see me constantly, or maybe not, I might have took it out, but I'm constantly cleaning my brush with my acetone and making sure that I have enough polish on my brush, and I'm just going back and forth. And you just want to take your time, and also know that no design is going to be perfect. You can just do the best you can do, and of course you're going to mess up, and that's, you know, it's always going to come with that. You live and you learn, whatever. I just want y'all to know that nobody's perfect. If you do have any further questions about me doing nail art, you can comment below any questions. But other than that, I'm just going to let y'all go through and watch, because there's nothing else for me to really explain as far as the nail art part. Once I'm done with all of the nail art, you'll see me going with my Holy Grail top coat. This is amazing C&D shellac. I love this top coat so much when it comes to polish, because a lot of gel top coats crinkle up when you use it on top of a regular polish, but this one doesn't. So I like to use this whenever I'm working with regular polish, and I just use this on the two bigger design nails. But as far as the other ones, it was just a very thin line that I did with regular polish, and it dried for a long time as I was working on the other fingers. So I went ahead and used my Valentino top coat to top those off. And of course, you'll see me wipe the sides. I always like to wipe the sides when using gel top coats, because I feel like gel polish can ruin the shaping sometimes. So once you see me do that, I will then go ahead and cure these for 60 seconds. Once they're done curing, you see me spray them here with some rubbing alcohol. And this, I'm just spraying the two design ones because the C&D shellac top coat is a white top coat, so you do have to wipe it because it has a sticky layer. But other than that, the other top coat is fine. And then you'll see me add my cuticle oil, which y'all know I gotta add. And this is the final look. These came out super cute. I'm so happy about these. And I want to say thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos y'all would like to see.